Howdy, y'all, and welcome to Your Average Joe's Interests. I'm Your Average Joe. So, today's interest is the purchase of a 1990 Jeep YJ Wrangler. Found out through some research that this 1990 YJ is actually only had one owner who passed away a few years back. We're buying it from the granddaughter who hasn't really ever put it out on the road. She brought with it several things that he used to take care of the vehicle. First of all, everybody knows what this guy is. The Haynes repair kit, repair book that has everything you need to work on your Jeep YJ. You can pick these guys up at AutoZone or O'Reilly's, whatever your local parts store is. But the amazing part is this, folks. This book right here was used to keep track of every single expense ever incurred on this Jeep, including gas from the time it was new. Let's take a look at this, folks. This is 5/4 of 1990. Full tank of gas cost him $12.90. Taking a look at all this stuff on the side, this is the gas mileage for every single tank that was ever put in this thing. Years and years and years of information here. If we go farther back in the book, aside from just gas and mileage, we start to take a look at repairs that were actually done. So back here in 1990, we see one of our first oil changes. It cost the guy $10 at 6,200 miles. So that would have been the second oil change. So then everything that's done, just every expense that's ever been done with this vehicle. As I was flipping through, you see here's 2013, the expenses on this. So right now we're looking at 150,241 miles. When I'm purchasing this vehicle 11 years after this date, there's only been 200 miles put on this vehicle. I'll show you guys the odometer a little bit later on. But as we go through this here, we find out even this, and we'll take a zoom in right there. The motor was rebuilt at 148,000 miles back in 2011, and it's only had 6,000 miles put on this Jeep YJ since. Like I said, this is the original owner of the vehicle that I'm buying this from, or the granddaughter of the original owner, who hasn't even registered it in the state yet. I'll go over a couple of other records with you real quick. Here in this bag, if you can believe it or not, is every tire that was ever purchased for this vehicle. I've got receipts for the tires. And this one discount tire thing that I'm pulling out now, you'll actually see is the latest set of tires that were put on it. Here's the receipt right here, folks. This receipt right here shows 5 tires for $160 back. Let's see if we can find a date here. Here we go. 2020. So this was already after her granddad had passed away, and her grandmother owned this. And you got new tires back in 2020. So that's the last time it had tires on it. But if you go through and look at these old receipts here, I'll just open up one random one. We'll find out. So this one right here. Let's see what the date is on this. It's a little bit difficult to do this one-handed. Okay, so here is a tire shop in Tampa, Florida. This family did live in Tampa, Florida for a little bit. We'll take a look at the date here. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so they had transmission done, gaskets, belts, several repair of the carburetor. $462. That's a lot of work for $462. So this happened in, there's the date, 1995. Okay, so like I said, every single receipt ever associated with the repair of this vehicle is here with the vehicle right now. Let me go ahead and show you the original owner's manual that still was in the Jeep whenever we received it. talking about customer arbitration and going through there if they have any difficulties. This is the original pamphlet that was given out back in 1990. Next thing is your warranty from Jeep back in 1990. And you guys see that star up at the top right there, which means it was already owned by the Chrysler Corporation at this time. So I'm not exactly sure about the history of when Jeep was bought out by, or AMC was bought out by Chrysler, but you see that there. And here's one of the, this is one of the most recent registrations on this vehicle, I think, that we're going to find. That it was registered in 2018 in Maine. So this vehicle started off its life in Santa Fe, Texas, bought brand new. And the family moved to Florida for a period of time and then moved up to Maine. And after her grandfather passed, the Jeep was driven back, or I'm not sure if it was driven or towed back down here. I'll get some of the information from the granddaughter then. And here is your regular owner's manual, your Jeep YJ owner's manual, still in really good condition. And I'm sure with the with how detailed this gentleman was about taking care of his Jeep, I'm sure he went through that several times. And take a look at this, folks. If you guys know Ron Carter in the Houston area, take a look at this. So this is the business card of the people that they bought this Jeep from. So that business card is in 2024. That makes it 34 years old. Still has it in here. And then finally, the last piece of paperwork that I have with this vehicle is the official antique registration in the state of Maine for the original owner and his wife. So there's some really cool information there, folks. We will be getting on the road here in just a little bit to pick up this Jeep, and I'll do some filming once we have it there. Thank you for your time.